AKAPADers, welcome back to the podcast of Film Obsession. This is the Film Buff podcast. I guess it's the podcast of film buffery. I'm your host, Peter A. DeLuca, coming to you from Philadelphia, PA. We have a banger today. We have a movie. I'm not even sure the proper approach for this film, just cause there's so much here. 2024, Amazon distribution, Channing Tatum. We've all seen the poster. The poster's kind of popular. I've seen the poster online a lot, but it's Channing Tatum with a Polaroid camera, and the name of the movie is Blink Twice. I heard good things about this, and I heard enough good stuff about this movie to just hit it as soon as it became available. It did. I watched it twice, and now we're sitting down doing this, and we're doing a late night session here in the AKAPAD Film Buff production room because we're obsessive about film, and I just get straight up excited. I'm even more excited because this film's directed by Zoë Kravitz. This is her first directorial debut. This is her first film, however you want to say it. Zoe directed this movie, and my hair is blown back. I'm still going on and on with this intro. Let's just move past the intro, and we can continue this conversation.
Quiet on the set.
Camera speed.
Sound production. Take one.
Action.
Babbling. So, we gotta get right into the mud real quick. The rate of actors and actresses that we have entering into film direction, and these movies being better and better. I mean, Jesse Eisenberg just directed a movie that's fantastic. We will be doing that. I was blown away because the second time watching this movie, I said, I gotta look it up. I gotta see who the hell directed this. I gotta see who the hell wrote it. And Zoe Kravitz co-wrote this movie. I gotta see how much it costs. It costs $20 million. It made $50 million. That's incredible. The poster of this movie is one of my favorites. It's black and yellow, and it just works, and it just sings. I love it. It is so bold. But I love it when I see actors break out of the mold. This is one of the best, first directorial debuts from an actor I've ever seen. And yes, the Jesse Eisenberg movie is there. But this is also becoming more prevalent. Here's the other thing. Also on this podcast, the observation that women are saving the American film drama is 100% true. This movie's horror because it's a horrible idea, but it's also immensely dramatic when it comes to the character moments, to the moments where the characters have to rise to where they are. There's moments of character that are true all the way through the conflict. This movie has an ending that sticks with you. This movie has a cast that is unstoppable. Naomi Ankle, Channing Tatum, Christian Slater, Simon Rex, Kyle MacLachlan, Mr. Blue Velvet, the true Paul Atreides in this movie. And what exactly is this film? To me, this is what people said Get Out was. The social construct that this movie is a commentary on is absolutely artful in its display. What we see and the way we're forced to think after this movie, Get Out just didn't do it for me, but this movie does. The reason for that is I just feel this movie has a better hook, a better dramatic pull for the characters. And what is it? Well, this movie also doubles as a little bit of an allegory, a little bit of a metaphor of moving on in life and forgetting the past. But those who remember the past are condemned to never forget, meaning you cannot do certain things in life. But those of us who are forgetful are a little bit more free. Channing Tatum at the end, at the climax of this movie, at the orgasm of this movie, just makes a point about how his sister never forgets. And he'll be playing tennis with someone, and his sister will say, how can you play tennis with that person? And Channing Tatum's like, yeah, I guess, I forgot about that. This speaks very true to me. Because I tell people a lot. I have a memory that holds me down. It's a little bit of a curse. That really hit home. Channing Tatum is such a good villain in this movie. You almost wanna be him. You want to hang out with him. And until we get the hook, the horror of this movie, we know something's up. And I cannot spoil this movie for you guys. It's too early in the process of people discovering this film. But if what we do here on this podcast is to bring you what is there, what you should see, what you should have in front of your face, how you should spend 2 hours of your precious time, this is it. This is a movie you have to watch. This is a movie that must be studied. This is a film. Now, do I think Zoë Kravitz should direct a Star Wars movie? Do I think she should direct the MCU? A Batman spinoff? Or should she direct her own Catwoman movie? I don't know. Because sometimes, some actors only have a few films in them. Or some directors in general. I mean, we just recently, we spoke about, I don't know if the episode is even out yet because we record in advance, but there's a movie coming, or has already came, that's what she said, called Morgan. And Morgan, when I looked into the IMDb of the two creators of Morgan, the writer and the director, I thought that they would have a laundry list of movies because the movie came out in 2016. And I'm expecting this list. I'm expecting what else? What did this movie become a launch pad for the writer? And kaput. And even for the director, kaput. Some individuals only have a little bit of this in them because directing a movie it's a hard task. It's arduous. You have to be a general. You have to be a fighter. I'm not saying Zoe doesn't have it in her, but sometimes it's good to go out on top. But the point I'm getting at is a long-winded point. I apologize, but whatever she does, whatever she will have her name on next, I mean, I'm all in because I think this movie's complex. I think it's deep. The social issues are perfectly weaved into the story. We're not being preached to. We're not being told this, and it's appreciative because you see the perspective, the element of a person's life that comes through this movie. It's the only way how some of these moments are so true when we see them unfold in front of our face. AKA Powders, Blink Twice is one of the best movies of 2024. Period. I've said it. It's written in stone. I love you guys. Rock and roll.
Okay, that's a wrap.